But as we've been following the Hillary Clinton campaign, the start of this convention is now also dealing with a major controversy over email. This time it's not about Benghazi, state secrets, or even yoga classes. These are DNC emails from Democratic Party leaders who seemingly conspired to promote the Clinton campaign at the expense of Senator Bernie Sanders. Tonight, this scandal has cost the chair of the party her job, just one day before she was set to gavel this convention into order. All this comes as a major distraction. On the weekend, Clinton unveiled her pick to join her on the ballot. Let's get right to Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen and the ramifications from what appears to be weighting the party's scales against the Sanders campaign from the beginning. And James, he suspected it all along.
Yes, he did, Brett. Good evening. Debbie Wasserman Schultz's position worsened steadily throughout the day. First, we heard that she would have no major speaking role at her own party's convention. Then it emerged that she wouldn't even chair the proceedings. Finally came the word that she is stepping down as DNC chair after this convention at the end of the week, in return for which she was reinstated as a speaker here and as the individual who will gavel this convention to its open and close. The stunning fall of Democratic Party Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz, one day after she campaigned with the party's newly minted ticket, reflected continued fallout from the publication online of nearly 20,000 internal DNC emails by WikiLeaks. Their authenticity unchallenged, the emails catalog the contempt senior DNC officials held for Bernie Sanders, the socialist senator from Vermont, whose upstart campaign captured 22 states and 43% of the vote against establishment favorite Hillary Clinton. When an aide reported to Wasserman Schultz Sanders' vow to remain in the race to the end, the DNC chair replied, "Spoken like someone who has never been a member of the Democratic Party and has no understanding of what we do." Wasserman Schultz derided Sanders' campaign manager Jeff Weaver as alternately a damn liar, scummy, and an ass. In May, the party's chief financial officer suggested to 3 other top DNC officials that Sanders' religion be used against him in southern states. For Kentucky and West Virginia, wrote Brad Marshall, "Can we get someone to ask his belief? Does he believe in a God?" He had skated on saying he has a Jewish heritage. "I think I read he is an atheist. This could make several points difference. My Southern Baptist peeps would draw a big difference between a Jew and an atheist." Today, Sanders, who has long clamored for Wasserman Schultz to step down, said he was disappointed by the WikiLeaks revelations, but not shocked.
I told you long time ago that the DNC was not running a fair operation, that they were supporting Secretary Clinton. So what I suggested to be true 6 months ago turns out, in fact, to be true.
The Clinton campaign cast the emails and the sentiments they captured as irrelevant to the outcome of the nomination battle waged this spring.
The DNC's impact in these things is minimal compared to the results. What candidates and campaigns spend and do on the ground, talking to voters day in and day out, that's what determines who wins.
And tonight, the DNC announced that DNC Vice Chair Donna Brazile will finish out the election cycle as interim DNC chair. She has served in that position once before, succeeding a fellow there named Tim Kaine. And, of course, she is also a familiar face to viewers of cable news, Brett.
And, James, there's some evidence tonight in those WikiLeaks emails, which you uncovered, showing that Donna Brazile might not be entirely acceptable to the Sanders folks either.
That's right, Brett. Buried in these 20,000 emails is an exchange between Donna Brazile and 4 other DNC officials from May of this year. It was in response to an interview request from a reporter named Abby Phillip of the Washington Post, who wrote, "Wanted to ask you about this fight between the Sanders camp and DNC over adequate representation on the platform committee and others ahead of the convention." That was forwarded to DNC officials, to whom Brazile then replied, and I quote, "I have no intentions of touching this. Why? Because I will cuss out the Sanders camp." And an exclamation mark there, Brett. So this will be anything but, it seems, a dull convention. Brett?
Yeah, starting out that way. James, thank you.